Hey guys, how's it going? My name is David from Nanotanks Australia here. Look, I just want to jump on quickly because I've had a few people ask me personally if I actually transship fish or quarantine fish myself. And frankly, I don't. And there is a reason why I don't. And, basically, time is an essence. And simply, I just don't have the time for the administration on getting fish into the country and just on selling them again or shipping them like a few people do as well. So, firstly, I do apologize for that. And if the situation changes, you guys will be the very, very first people to know. The second thing is that a lot of people in Australia, and basically we are an Australian company, and they want to bring fish from Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, all the Southeast Asian countries, and they see this beautiful fish overseas and go, wow, that's a brilliant fish and with brilliant finish and everything like that. And they say, wow, it's only 20 US dollars or it's $30 US, so cheap. But they don't account for shipping costs. They don't account for living conditions of the fish. They don't account for shipping it from the Australian transshippers to their homes. And by the end of that, what turned out to be a $30 USD fish becomes a $100 USD fish. And a lot of people turned out disappointed when they do this transshipping. And honestly, I when I first started in the hobby, I did a lot of transshipping as well, and it really turned out too good, and I did waste a lot of money myself. But what I want to encourage everyone here to do, or you guys are watching me, and I know this video is going to get a lot of traction and a lot of people in uproar, not only in Australia, but overseas as well. And, I have I have nothing, no issues, and I'm doing this live. There won't be any edits in this video, so you can see my expressions and see me as who I am. Or you can come to the shop and tell me that you don't agree with me, but this is my opinion. But there is, yes, there is something which is very, very unique that overseas people has, and you need to pay premium price for that, whether that be betters, whether that be guppies, goldfish, anything that is legal in Australia. But before, and I say before you look overseas for certain fish and all that, consider this. Number one, that picture or that video that the seller or the breeder takes is only 10 to 1 minute of that fish's life. Just 1 minute. Or it's one shot amongst many, many shots of that fish. And you need to consider, is it when you actually get it into the country going to look like that one image? Okay. Number two, that fish, if it was taken a photo 3 months old or 4 months or 5 months old, by the time it reaches Australia and the time it reaches your aquarium, how old is it going to be? Is it going to be 6 months, 8 months, a year old? How do you know? You really don't know. Okay, so that's number two. Number three is that, is the fish that you're taking care of or the breeder is taken care of and all that, going to get the same treatment as every other fish that they have. Okay, and I can say for you, taking for 100 bedders or taking care of 500 bedders is no simple feat. Okay, it takes me 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours just to clean out 200 bedder tanks. Okay, and I'm telling you, I love it, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of work. So that's number 3. Number 4 is transshipping. Shipping fish, like if you're going overseas or whatever, it is a lot of stress on you. But imagine you being locked up in a little bag with your own poo, your own pee for 24 hours, 48 hours, or in the, from transitioning from the village of the breeder to the big village to the transshipper, and then transshipper onwards to, in this case, the Australian transshipper, and then to you. Yes, there's quarantine time and there's new water and all that, but the stress of the fish would be quite big. So consider that when you tranship fish as well. So that's number 4. Number 5, I would recommend you, if you're looking for someone like transshipping fish, transship it with people that has great rapport. So what does that mean is buyers that and that has a reference. Okay, because the last thing we want you to do when you transship fish or when you buy fish from overseas is that there's a lot of not honest people around, and I am, frankly, as I said, I'm doing this as a video. It will be unedited. You'll see the ums and the us and everything else in between, and you can see my body features and body language and all of that. So just be aware of who you're buying your fish to and the reputation that they are providing. Okay, that's number 5. Number 6, I say, is this, and this is actually very controversial, but consider this. Between all the Australian wholesalers, small and large, in bedders alone, they import more than 20,000 individual bedders, in this instance, Australia-wide, every 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, 20,000 between 4 to 6 weeks. Now, within that period, I am sure that there is a bedder in an aquarium shop that is right for you. Yeah, that's right. And if you're looking for a bedder that's right for you, consider going somewhere where they know what they're talking about when it comes to bedders. And I am going to do a bit of self-promotion here, okay? As I say, we as a shop does 100 to 500 bedders on a monthly basis. We sell our half moons at $30, and that's it. No matter what finish they do, no matter how the colors, if they're rose tail, feather tails, or whatever, $30. Okay, now let me get this straight. Half moon plackets, fancies, and maybe some of the koi and all that, $30. Okay, so that's number 6. Number 7 is that the farms that the Australian wholesalers get comes from the biggest farms in Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and everything like that. So consider that they must have something for you, okay? So what you can, contribute to all the little guys, but think about it this way. It is so easy for these little guys to go to the markets in Chatuchak and grab a few fish, try to sell it on or flog it off online, and make a quick buck. Yes, I have no issues with that, and it is all your prerogative for you to do that. But consider the Australian economy and consider people in Australia breeding this fish, okay? Breeding this fish and selling this fish to the general public, okay? Now, why am I saying this? Because I'm actually quite frustrated. The time is actually 10:30, 11 p.m. as I'm doing this, so I've been up since at 5, and so I'm quite a little tired. But as I said, no editing of this video, okay? So, guys, if you're looking for better, if you are looking for something cool and something different, consider messaging us in Nanotanks, okay, or Ausdiscus. And seriously, if we can't get it, then consider looking at somewhere else. But we do have contacts throughout a lot of the wholesalers, and we are speaking terms with the buying directors, we're speaking terms with the owners, we are speaking terms with the suppliers, okay? And if we can't get it, then consider buying it elsewhere. And if you can get charged $30, which is a half moon and half moon packet price, or $50 for a giant, and a bit more if it is wilds, why not? Okay, so I'm saying this not to brag, not to belittle everyone else in this industry, because I am not in the position or not in the avenue for it, and you know, this is my face. Okay, so if you guys have the ability to know, you get 93% of your communication by your non-verbal cues, and I'm trying to be as honest as possible, trying to be as frank as possible. I am not here to belittle, I'm here to empower the hobbyists and empower you, the buyers, okay? So please be aware that if you're looking to transship fish, consider buying it local first. It doesn't have to be in Ausdiscus, okay? It can be in any of the wholesalers or any of the retailers that you see. If they can't find it, then consider coming to us and we should be able to source it for you. But if they can, awesome, please support your local LFS, because the local LFS, like a pig, is quite a dying breed, and we would love for you to visit your local LFS. So with that and the rant, I hope this video has been beneficial. It's going at about 13-15 minutes now, and I do hope that you I hope you've subscribed to this channel, because there's a lot of awesome content. And you know, if you guys have any questions, if you guys got any queries, please do not hesitate to contact me in the comments below, or through the email address, or whatever means necessary, or in Facebook, because I love questions and it gives me great content to answer them in this format. So with that, thanks a lot for watching and have a great night. Bye.